Please hurt my father. No, 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 he's dying.
Muy peligroso esto.
¡Niños y niñas, acérquense! Vean las monstruosidades que les aguardan en este escenario. La parada de los monstruos ha llegado a su ciudad. Descubran los horrores de nuestro mundo, traídos desde la lejana Asia hasta las profundidades del Amazonas. Bebés con 3 cabezas, Mujadara y Irenka. ¡Fuerte aplauso para ella! Nuestro segundo plato de esta noche no es apto para los paladares menos fuertes. Recibamos directamente desde las profundidades del desierto del Sáhara los hermanos Rashid y Ahmed Haneyik, los hijos del dragón. Dicen que fueron engendrados por un dragón del desierto y un humano. ¡Miren cómo escupen lenguas de fuego! ¿Alguien se atreve a darles un beso? Estos dos hermanos tienen fama de ser unos amantes muy ardientes, no aptos para cualquiera. ¡Fuerte aplauso para ellos! Con su bola de cristal puede ver el pasado, el presente y el futuro de quien se precie. Y con tan solo un péndulo y su mirada puede doblegar sus mentes a su voluntad. No le miren fijamente a los ojos si no quieren olvidar todo lo ocurrido esta noche. ¡Fuerte aplauso para la evidente Madame Labourea! Siguiente estrella de esta noche. Recibamos con un fuerte aplauso al hombre invisible. Observen la belleza de sus movimientos. Solo las mentes más prodigiosas pueden verlo. Lo ven. Ella es como una serpiente. Les hipnotizará con sus sensuales movimientos y con sus ojos esmeralda. Pero si se acercan demasiado, les devorará como un corderito. Electra domina un arte ancestral. Contemplen su habilidad con el maravilloso gustar, se lo aseguro. ¡Fuerte aplauso para Electra! De las tres piernas, una extraña deformidad le hizo nacer con tres extremidades, un caso único en el mundo. En algunas culturas, Marvin es considerado un dios, pero no por su tercera pierna, sino por la cuarta. Esa también tiene unas dimensiones desmesuradas, se lo puedo asegurar. ¡Ay! Pero no está incluida en la entrada, así que si quieren un pase especial, vengan a su caravana para ofrecernos un número de danza, acrobacia y contorsión. Observen la belleza de sus movimientos. Muy especial, un ser único procedente de otro planeta. Recibamos con una gran ovación al Black Alien.
¿Tú qué miras con esa cara? Venga, vamos a la escoria, cargarla. No quiero mierda aquí encima. No quiero mierda. No quiero todo limpito, venga, niños. Llevadlas. ¿Este es que mira? ¿Y tú qué vas de alto o qué? ¿Tú vas de alto o qué? ¿Qué vas? ¿El más alto de aquí? Pues me come el sabito nardo. El alto. El otro que el floquete de Neu, ¿sabes? Vamos a verte, eliminado. $100.000 para mí, tonto.
Me encanta, cariño, porque esto es...
Que se abre, ¡piu! Vaya paleo.
Llévatelo, no
venga,
sé qué, no lo
En lugar de paleo eres paleto. Llevaos al paleto este. Venga, aplaudirle si queremos abuchearle. Insultarle, Paleto Jones. Venga, tira para tu pueblo.
¡Trae el barreño de mierda! ¡Tráelo! El barreño de mierda, ya.
Joder, mamá, lleva 6 meses cagando ahí que no quieres ir al váter, que peste, joder.
Ponlo ahí, de rodillas.
Arrodíllate. Venga, panegas. Vas a hacer un viva por 10 segundos. Supervivientes. Se aproxima hacia la zona, hacia el perímetro, una horda de infectados. Son realmente peligrosos. Un solo rasguño, la saliva, el contacto con un simple mordisco les transformaría en uno de ellos. Y no queremos eso, ¿verdad? ¡Señor, sí, señor! ¡Ten cuidado! Se están aproximando por el sector norte. Vamos a combatirles de una forma. Saquen todos el móvil del bolsillo. ¡Ahora, vamos! Saquen todos el puto móvil. Pongan el flash activado. Y activen el vídeo. Les vamos a aturdir con la luz de nuestros móviles. La luz les ahuyenta, les asusta, les perturba, les desorienta. Ahora quiero que hagan un pasillo aquí en medio y dejen paso, porque vamos a batir a los infectados aquí. Ahuyéntelos con la luz de sus teléfonos móviles. ¡Abran paso! ¡Vamos, abran paso! Comando Lobo, tomen posiciones. ¡Bien, bien, bien! ¡Abran paso! ¡Más para atrás! ¡Vamos! ¡Vamos! ¡Abran paso! ¡Bien! ¡Bien! ¡Más para atrás! Y ahora, equipo, haré una cuenta atrás. Cuando yo diga 3, 2, 1, todo el mundo se va a tirar al puto suelo, porque vamos a dispararles. ¿Preparados? ¡Señor, sí, señor! ¡Señor, sí, señor! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ¡al suelo! ¡Al suelo! ¡Disparamos! ¡Objetivos neutralizados! ¡Un fuerte aplauso arriba! ¡Lo hemos conseguido! ¡Equipo, cuidado! ¡La cepa está mutando! ¡El virus es muy fuerte! ¡Está tomando una nueva mutación! ¡Están tomando el control! ¡Abortamos misión! ¡Go, go, 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 go! fuerte aplauso para esos zombies. Y ahora pueden hacerse fotos con Michael Jackson y los zombies sin subir al escenario.
No olviden etiquetarnos en @Horrorland.
¡Te mato otra vez!
¡Buenas noches, Horrorland! Parece que Harry es la primera vez que tiene algo líquido en la cara, ¿verdad, cariño?
¿Te gusta, Harry? A esto le llamamos un Natificus totalus. Venga, ya puedes bajarte.
¡A tu casa, cariño!
Piggy Sharon se acerca. Ella está un poco aterrorizada. Piggy, sea un poco benevolente, ¿eh? Y hazle un Carrie, pero al ritmo de la música que ellos dirán. Decir Carrie, 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 Carrie. ¡Vamos, vamos! Carrie, sé un poco benevolente, pero... ¿Dónde lo quieres? ¿En el pelo? ¿En la cabeza? ¡Muy bien hecho! ¡Muy bien hecho! ¡Un aplauso para ella! ¡No pasa nada!
Muchas gracias, cariño.
¡Muchas gracias! ¡Esa es la... Ella en tu boca y la vida le ha vuelto loca. El buca que te viene en la boca. A ver, abuchelo, abuchelo.
¡Insúltalo!
¡Vamos,
¡Se
vamos!
merece!
Menos mal, mira, mira, mira.
Muy bien.
Muy bien, muy bien.
¡Una gran ovación, por favor, para Raúl!
Muy bien. Y un fuerte aplauso para Piggy Sharon y el cara tortilla.
¡Un aplauso para mí, maravilloso!
Gracias,
¡Muchas
amigo.
gracias, Horrorland!
Hasta la próxima. No se olviden el Blood on Fire. Buenas tardes.
Now will be present Blood on Fire ending show.
Lugar perdido, es horror. So good evening. It is now gone 12:30 at night here in Spain, and we have just come out of Horrorland. Hopefully the videos have just shown everyone how good this park is. Obviously we can't film anything within the mazes itself, but all the mazes were incredible. After doing our experience in Survival Zone, we actually stood up on the bleachers and watched the next group go through. That maze is chaotic, it's fun, one of the scariest things ever. And all you're doing is being chased around the maze by 8 competitors. So much fun, really good. The other mazes, you may have seen by now, there is some footage of me wrapped in cling film with a penis balloon on my head. And that was in Macabro, which is the clown maze. The clowns were chaotic. The clowns were basically making the food for McDonald's. So much fun. Like, we went for the full extreme. So yes, we had our hands dipped in like deep fat fryers. We were locked in freezers. So many things that they did in there. But it was fun. It's fun extreme. And that's what we like. We don't mind being jostled. We don't mind being pushed around and pulled around and whatever. You know, nothing dangerous, nothing not being made to eat anything. Yes, we got a bit wet, but that was really good fun. The other maze, Hell Cell, some really politically incorrect moments in there. Like over here, we would not get away with this. Well, sorry, back in the UK, we would not get away with stuff like that. Imagine some of the cruel tunnels you get in the in Ash Hell Penitentiary at Twin Lakes. Imagine those, but with pornographic pictures, like pictures from porno mags stuck all over it. And it was an equal opportunity scare, because in one cell there were pictures of women, and in the next cell there were pictures of men all everywhere. And it was just accepted. But you would, as I said, you would not get that back home in the UK. One of our favourite mazes was the Day of the Dead maze. It was beautiful to look at. It really tied in. The main host was Mexican herself, so it's got a really strong belief in the Day of the Dead and everything. But the maze started off beautifully and just got batshit crazy. What we love about Horrorland is there are moments where they could have one scare actor jump out and scare you, but they don't. They have 2. So you'll see one jump out at you from the front, and in the meantime, one's attacking you from the side and touching you. So it's extreme in that way. They will touch you, they will grab you, they will tickle you, but it all just works really well. The final maze, the 2 other mazes. So you've got Urbex, which is the zombie maze. We probably would have preferred this just as the zombie maze. We had the upgrade for the rifles, and they were a bit too big. To suddenly pick up a rifle when a zombie is like that close to you was quite difficult. Maybe if we had pistols, it might have been a bit easier, but with the rifles, but some incredible scares. The places that these creatures come from throughout all the mazes, the hiding places are fantastic and absolutely well done. And the final maze is and I can't remember its name, it's the outdoor maze. It's like basically voodoo, cannibalistic people. Sorry, there's a toll booth just behind the park here, so there's a lot going on. The cannibalistic voodoo queens and whatever, really good fun. There were some great scares in there, some great scares from above and the side and whatever, and they just used great cover throughout. Then of course you've got all the shows. So the video footage you've just seen has got none of the mazes in. But then you've got the shows. There are shows all through the night from about 7 o'clock through till midnight, with the ending Fire and Ice show. Some of the shows, you know, it's hard to understand because they're all fully in Spanish. You get the gist of what's going on, but you miss some of the jokes. Some of them are just loud, raucous, usually quite sexy. You know, we were quite shocked. We were right at the front, so when those ping pong balls came flying out in the first show, I was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And then it all builds up to the Blood and Fire finale show. So the atmosphere throughout the park is amazing. There were sideshows and everything everywhere. And then that final show, you may remember when we did it at the previous event, or the previous venue a couple of years ago, all the characters came down and the fireworks were at the end, but now they bring all the actors from all of the mazes down to the main stage. The main stage is a children's play area in a water park, but it works so well. They have them at multiple levels, sparklers and sparks flying everywhere, fireworks going off the top, flame effects, all the actors just going crazy. You've probably seen it there to the Horrorland music. Fireworks going off at the end of the night, and then the actors just roam around and they get so close. There's everything about Horrorland is extreme and OTT. They don't care about touching, they don't care about getting close and invading your personal space, and that's what's so much fun about it. We have had an incredible night. It's really cold here now. You know, we keep forgetting that Barcelona does get cold at night. But the new venue is only 10 minutes outside of Barcelona. It's going to be so much better for them. We actually prefer the new venue to the one up in the mountains that we went to 2 years ago. So we have had a fantastic time. As you can tell, we're absolutely raving about it. So we just want to thank David and Christina and all the guys at Horrorland for inviting us out. We will absolutely be back next year. We will say this, if you haven't been to Horrorland and you haven't listened to what we've been saying the last couple of years, you absolutely need to go to Horrorland. You need to go and see how well this attraction does, how involved it is and how much they put into it. You know, it's won awards in the past. You know, we can't say what's going to happen this year, but, you know, it's a contender. It's way up there compared to some of the stuff over here. So we are going to try and get a group again next year, try and get some people over. It's a great event. You really need to go to it if you can. So with that, we're going to sign off from a very cold Barcelona. We've got an early flight tomorrow, and we're going to sign off and just say, hola!